So what we're doing more of today, I think I kind of prepped you guys for this in the last few weeks, is that we're going to do more vision stuff and more auditory training. So where I'm going to have you looking at different things while you're doing a similar movement that you're used to, and then where I'll tell you left or right, and then you just are trying to respond as quickly as possible. So that's kind of the general thinking there. Is that Devin Kiernan? I thought you were eating bacon wrapped somethings. I told him he was supposed to sign on and he said he was going to eat. He was guilted into it. All right. So you guys just need a little bit of space. And we're starting with these just like little step forward, little step back. So we've done these before. Just imagine you're keeping the shoulders above the hips. So you're just doing this little like rock step forward, rock step back. So get used to that movement. Don't worry about counting. You're doing like gobs and gobs of these. Put this down so you can kind of see what our feet are doing. So a little step forward, little step back, little step forward, little step back. Eyes should be straight ahead at about eye level. Keep that same rhythm. Imagine you're trying to get the foot to land in the same exact spot every time. Now turn the head to the left, chin left, eyes left, and keep doing the same thing. See if you can speed it up a little more so you no longer need that frontal vision to be able to tell where you are in space. Now turn the head to the right, chin right, eyes right. Now go chin up, eyes up. And everybody's least favorite, go eyes closed. And see how that goes. See if you can keep the same cadence. Foot lands on the same spot every time. That quad should be getting tired. 3, 2, 1, and then switch which leg is rooted down and which leg is moving forward to back. All right. You have a fresh leg now. You're just doing those little like rock step forward, rock step back. Make sense? If it helps to like look down on the ground and check, is my foot landing in the same spot every time? Chin forward, eyes forward. Just these quick steps. Now go chin right, eyes right. So you're trying to turn the head almost a 90-degree angle to the right side. Legs are doing the same thing. They're unaffected by where your sight is. And then go chin left, eyes left. Nice, chin up, eyes up. And last, eyes closed for 10, 9. Good, 3, 2, 1, relax. All right, so feet together. Squat down and see if you can get the fingertips all the way down to the ground. It doesn't matter how much bend is in the knees, how dropped the chest is. You're just holding this like half squat that you wouldn't really want to hold forever, okay? When I say left, you're just asking the lower back and the glutes and hips and hamstrings to fire as quickly as possible to just bring that leg in front. You can step the feet back in and resume back to that position. That makes sense? If I say right, the right foot goes in front, okay? So we'll try this just as quickly as your brain hears the word. Send that leg forward, all right? Start feet together, fingertips on the ground, right? And then go back, feet together, fingertips back down, right? Feet together, fingertips back down, left. Good, feet together, fingertips down, left. Feet together, we'll do 5 more of these. Right, feet together, left, as quickly as you can. See if you have somebody in the room with you, see if you can beat your partner. Left, it's easy when I know what I'm calling out. 2 more, left, good, last one, right, nice job. All right, go super, super wide with the stance, wide as you can. If it feels uncomfortable, go wider. Hands behind the back. Imagine you're trying to keep the shoulders at the same height. You're like, what are those things? What are those, like at the carnival that you ride on? Anyhow, you're one of those things. So bend the left knee, drop the chest down over the left knee, swoop around to the right knee, and come all the way back up to both legs straight, spine straight. So go through 10 of those. Over the left knee, over the right knee, all the way back up. And if you don't need to pause at the very top, just continue that circle all the way through. See if you can get lower. So at the bottom of that swoop, your spine is parallel with the ground. Shift over and push back up. So one leg's responsible for pulling, the other leg's responsible for pushing, and they're just kind of working. It's like riding a bike. One's doing one thing while one's pushing while the other's pulling. Nice job. And when you're done there, do the same thing on the other side. Go through 10, drop the chest, other direction. This should feel good. This is a range of motion. Our hips don't hit much, so it should feel like a good stretch. Nice job. See if you can get lower each time once the legs get used to that stretch. Nice work. 10 one way, 10 the other. Feet are parallel. Check that the toes aren't turning out. A lot of times the toes will just want to kind of fold out, and that's not an extra strong abductor. That's a weak adductor that's not responding and pulling the feet in. So 10 to that other side. Nice job. Nice work. All right, when you're done there, feet together. If you're not there yet, don't worry about it. Feet together, chin to the chest, roll down slowly, and hands go down to the ground, walk the feet back to a straight arm plank. Are we in the screen? Yes. All right, so walk the feet further forward. You're just like taking little tiny steps to send the head way past the fingertips. And just go into this like bent knee, child's pose, where the knees are not touching the ground. They're hovering off the ground to straightening out. Head goes way past the fingertips. Go through 10 of those. So you're staying up on the toes the whole time. Stopping once the head is way past the fingertips. Really the shoulders are what's over the fingertips. Come back into that child's pose position every time. If you need to bring the knees out wide so you can sink down into it, go for it. Go through 10 of those. You should feel that in the quads. That's what's responsible for holding you there. A couple nods. Nice. Good. 10 of those. Once you're done there, walk the hands back to the feet or walk the feet up to the hands and stand up slowly. And we'll go through that again. Okay. So back to those little steps, that step forward, step back that we started with. This time, so let's do left foot rooted down, right leg's your mover. You're always looking towards the direction of the leg that's out in front. So if my left leg is rooted down and I step backwards, I'm looking left. If I step forward, I'm doing a quick look right. And imagine you don't want your eyes to just trace across the room. You're just taking a picture, quick, take a picture. That makes sense? The eyes are just looking at something sharp other way. So if your left leg is in front, look left. If your right leg in front is, if your right leg is in front, look right. Make sense? Yep. See if you can not have the shoulders move. So often the shoulders want to move to help you out. Try to just keep it as this big 180-degree twist for the eyes. Nice job. That should feel a little harder, a little dizzier. And then last thing, look up and close your eyes. That should feel harder than when you were looking up and harder than when you were just closing the eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then switch legs. So now you have the right foot planted, left leg steps forward, look left, left leg steps back, look right. Ugh. Make you feel a little dizzy? Feel a little dizzy. Think of like how a dancer can do a quick spin. It's because they just look forward and then they look until they have to let go with their eyes, spin around, and then they try to catch that same spot again. So you're just trying to, ideally, I didn't really get to tell you this beforehand, but ideally we could put like little Post-it notes, one on the right, one on the left, and you'd have to look right at that every time. And then go chin up, eyes closed. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, relax. Okay, So wide stance, not as wide as you were when we were doing those like dropping of the chest swoops, but just like a basic squat distance apart. You're gonna go down into a squat and hold, ideally with like elbows on the knees, and you're just holding down here. Imagine if you were like dripping sweat off of your chin and it was landing on the floor. That's the point that you're trying to land one foot. So from here, if I say left, you just jump one leg in, try to hit that spot, drive the other knee up. You go back into the squat. If I say right, right leg comes in, left leg drives up. All right, so this is going to be another auditory kind of test. So go down into a squat and hold. I'll say a side. Whatever side I say is the leg that comes in quick. It's coming into the middle. You're not going over to that leg. Left. Nice. Down into a squat. Left. Good. Right. Back to a squat. Left. Nice. As quick as you can come out of it. Left. Good. 3 more. Right. Nice job. Right. Nice. And left. Nice work. All right, even wider stance for the feet. Now imagine that left foot is on like a 2x4 or a balance beam, and you're just trying to reach the right fingertips out as far forward on that balance beam as you can, and then come back up to neutral. Okay, 10 on one side, and then switch. As far forward as you can reach. I can give you all sorts of bad analogies. Let's say there are laser beams shooting out of your left toes, and you just want your right fingertips to just block those laser beams for a split second. Go through 10 of those, bend the left knee, reach the right arm forward. So again, think, where is my finger hitting? And can I get it to go a little further? What do I have to do to get the fingertip further? You have to sink back further into that hip and trust that the leg can reverse you back up to neutral. If you inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up, you can get a little bit of power from that breath up. Usually we exhale into stretches, but you'll also use your exhale for exertion to get you up and out of something. You never like inhale when you're trying to do like a big jump. That makes sense. 10 of those. Nice job. All right, so now you're gonna go down and do that reach and just hold it. Just pause at that furthest reach. So bend the left knee, right arm reaches forward. Now you're trying to reach the left fingertips in the complete opposite direction. So imagine like helicopter blades, right fingertips forward, left fingertips up to the ceiling. Without moving the hips, the knees, the back, or lower back, rotate and now make the left fingertips touch where the fingers, your right fingertips just were, and switch. So go through 10 of those. 5 where each hand touches that same spot in the ground. So that left hip, left glute, left hamstring are having to just fire to hold you in that isometric position, and then come up and out of it slowly and go to the other side. So you're just bending the right knee and reaching the left fingertips forward. Hold that reach and then just twist, twist. So your hands are touching the same spot on the ground every time. That makes sense? 10 of those, 5 each way. You should feel that in the hips. Nice job. Who are you checking on?
Everybody. Judging all of you.
Oh, you're not. All right. Whenever you're ready, back to feet together, chin to the chest, roll down slowly, and go back to that straight arm plank. Similar idea, you're walking the feet forward, just inch them forward so the head goes way past the fingertips. Now the only difference is when you go into a tuck, twist the lower half of the body to one side. So both of my knees are pointing to the right. Then straighten them out, come back to neutral. Then twist them to the left. Do 5 on each side, 10 total. So you should be able to have plenty of room now to bend the knees. You're almost trying to lay the hamstrings onto the calves. As much bend as you've got, as much rotation as you have in the back. 5 on each side, 10 total. And then you can walk the hands up to the feet and stand up slowly. All right. Okay, so a little different. Now you're gonna balance on the left leg. Rather than doing those steps, you're just tapping the toe forward, tapping the toe back. So with the steps, my upper half of the body was just sliding forward and sliding back. Now I'm leaning away from where I'm reaching the foot. Toe goes forward, shoulders go back, toe goes back, shoulders go forward. All right, so just start going through those as quickly as feels comfortable. Don't worry about counting. We're gonna do the same vision thing on this leg. Chin forward, eyes forward. Do whatever you want to do with your arms. I don't know, like you could, if you wanted, you could make it look like a ballet move. Wow. And then go chin left, eyes left. Chin right, eyes right. Chin up, eyes up. And then with the eyes staying up, with the chin staying up, close the eyes. Keep the upper half of the body moving so you're leaning in both directions. Lean forward, lean back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same thing other side. So fresh leg, root the right foot down. Left toes go forward, left toes go back. Left toes go forward, left toes go back. Eyes should be forward at about eye level. Make sure your shoulders are moving. You're leaning back. So you're keeping a straight line from the toe to the hip to the shoulders. So when my toe goes back, I have to lean forward to keep that line straight. Chin right, eyes right. Chin left, eyes left. Chin up, eyes up. Keeping the chin up, close the eyes. Five, 4, 3, 2. Last one. All right, back to your squat stance. So about shoulder width apart. Come down into a squat. Now we're gonna add a rotation. So if I say left foot, you're landing on the left foot, but you're also adding a left turn. If I say right, you're landing on the right foot, but you're also adding a right turn. So you're down here, this is your base, your home base is down in a squat. If I say left, I'm gonna land on my left leg and just do a 90-degree turn to the left. If I say right, right foot, 90-degree turn to the right. This one's fun because if there are two people in the room and you face the same way, if you face each other, you know one of you messed up. All right, go down into a squat, hold there. You're trying to just fire as quickly as you can. Whatever the ears tell you to do, make that leg be the one you land on and make that be the direction you turn. Left, and return back to neutral. Good. Left, as quickly as you can, you're coming into this like really sharp, solid movement. Left, back to squat. Good. Right, back to squat. Left, squat. Nice. Right, back to squat. Good. Left, 5 more of these. Left, good. Right, right, 3 more. Right, good. Left, last one. Left. Nice job. All right, so go back to your super, super wide stance for the feet. Now imagine that imagine your balance beam is going out right to left. So you're standing on a plank that goes out to the right and the left, east, west of you. Back to these helicopter arms. This looks like an old school like PE class kind of movement, but you're gonna bend the left knee and reach the right arm out as far over there as you can, and then come back up to neutral. If you don't want to involve the left arm, you don't have to. Reach, back to neutral. Reach. So it's just that left leg that is bending, the back is dropping. You should feel that where the hamstring and the glute meet and then everything wrapping around the hip. That's what's responsible for stopping you and then sending you back up to your neutral position. Neutral is vertical spine, shoulders stacked over the hips, chin off the chest, straight neck. And then same thing on the other side. Sorry, left fingertips are gonna go out way around to the right side. and back to neutral. Again, imagine you have this like line you're standing on and you're trying to reach the left fingertips out. There's just more of a rotation now, less of a forward reach. Go through 10 of those. Then we'll go back to the side you started on. I'm sure some of you can guess what's next. So go back to that first side that you reached down to and keep that hold. So hold here. Without moving the knee or the hip, you're rotating. 10, 9, and the left finger, imagine you had a dot on the ground. The left fingertips are touching that dot, and then the right fingertips are touching that dot. And your left leg just has to hold on to you while there's a big shift in movement in the upper half of the body. Nice job. Same thing on the other side. Reach the left arm around as far as you can over to the right, and then rotation, rotation, 10 total. Sink the hip down, trust that the knee will hold you there. Nice job, 10 of those, perfect. You should feel like you have very open hips now, sitting on this in that position. All right, so last time, back to your plank, feet together, chin to the chest, roll down, walk the hands back out. Just like you've done before, walk the fingertips way out in front of you. So now the only difference is when you rotate the knees, oh, you can't see us. When you rotate the knees to the right, you're gonna try to just pick up that bottom leg. So my bottom foot is just up off the ground. Straighten out the legs, come back to a plank, rotation, but just pick up that bottom leg. If you can try to aim for that hip to touch the ground and then straighten the body back out. Rotation, bend, straighten back out. 10 of those, 5 on each side. And then either walk the hands to the feet or walk the feet to the hands. Nice job. All right. Back to balance when you're ready. This time you're working on reaching out east to west. So balance on your left foot. Once you're done with those planks, reach the right foot way out to the right. And again, I'm leaning away from where I'm sending my foot. And then tuck that leg like a speed skater and try to reach as far as you can around to the other side. So reach out to the side and then the other side. So if you're like a teapot, you are spilling out. You're not staying upright and just moving your leg. You're bringing the whole body into it. So if you lean away from where you're sending the leg, you have a lot more wiggle room to be able to send it further away because you have this solid counterbalance. Let's do 10 to each side, and you should feel it in that hip. So what's happening is the femur is staying pretty still, but the pelvis is moving around on it. So imagine this like ball and socket, and you're just moving the pelvis around on top of that, the head of that femur. It's like up inside the hip. So good for you. 10 of these. And then switch sides, and you're doing the same thing on the other side. Root that other foot down into the ground. Maybe you've already switched sides. Reach, reach. The upper body is working as much as the lower here because that oblique has to fire to pull you back up to that neutral spot. 10 each way. Nice job. Getting your bonus push-ups?
Yeah.
This is not part of the assignment. All right, once you're done with 10 of those, this is gonna get fun. So you're going to go feet together, back down to that position where you're in like a little low squat. And when I say, or when I said left, you came out up with the left leg in front. When I said right, you did it with the right leg in front. So we're gonna do the same thing, but now rather than saying anything, I'm just gonna point. So if I point this way, which way is that for you? Is that your right? Okay, well, whatever way this is for you. I don't know how many times I'm flipped around through this thing. Then that's the leg that goes out in front. All right, so now it's just visual. How quickly can your brain read what you're seeing and send that down to the legs, okay? So go feet together, fingertips down, and you're just holding in that little narrow squat with the chest dropped over, okay? Go. This leg goes out in front as quickly as possible. I won't say the name. Yeah, there you go. All right, back to a squat. Feet together, fingertips touching down on the ground. So you're just folded over the body. Yep. Go. Nice job. Back to a squat. Good. You're trying to come up into just like a split stance lunge kind of position. All right, go. Nice. We'll do 5 more of these. Hold down a squat and go. Nice. 4 more. Go. Good. 3 more. Go. Nice. 2 more. Go. Good. Last one. Go. Nice work. All right, lay down. All right. So you're still doing your plank. All right, so laying back, arms over the head. Then we're gonna start out how we did last time. Legs are straight out, arms over the head. Swing the arms, everything comes up into a tuck. Everything goes out flat, lay back down. Go through 10 of those. So you're coming up into a tuck, everything goes out, lay down. Tuck, and we'll just keep coming back to these. Nice job. 10. Good. Once you're done there, you'll go hands behind the back, legs straight out, and you're just taking the legs straight up and back down. So you're holding this reclined position, and you're asking a lot out of the hip flexors now. So both legs are going up. Try to not move the upper half of the body as much as you can. 10. Nice job. All right, then we'll go back to those same sit-ups. You'll end up doing 3 rounds of these, so you're only on the second one. Everything tucks up, everything goes back out. 10 sit-ups, come up onto the tailbone, up onto the hips, knees tucked in, legs are moving together, arms are moving together, so you should be very symmetrical. 10. Nice job. Good. Once you're done there, hands are back behind you. Lean back. And now the only difference is the legs are just doing a flutter kick, and do 20 of each of those. So you're just going 20, 19, 18. So you should feel that lower abs and hip flexors. Almost done. And then you'll finish with those 10 sit-ups that we've been doing, and then you're done. We'll do 1 stretch. Come on. Do these count as sit-ups, Chris?
Oh yeah, I'm counting them.
Okay.
Get better.
Okay.
Can't laugh right now.
We should start a mobility challenge. Maybe once this one is over. So at this rate, it's gonna be, we're all gonna be in the retirement home. Nobody's dropping out. We're all too stubborn. Nice job. All right, 10 of those. When you're done, rotate over onto that plank. Hips are dropped, chin up, eyes up. Should feel good. And then come up into like a tabletop, right? So knees are stacked below the hips, wrists are stacked below the shoulders, and then reach one arm through. So like you're trying to bring the left ear down to the ground, left shoulder down to the ground. And if you can, take the right hand up to the ceiling if you don't need it for support. And then go through the same thing on the other side. Reach through. If you can rest the shoulder down, raise the free arm up and over the ceiling, over you to the ceiling. And then rotate out of that. And then from there, you're on the knees. Last thing, I promise. It's like we always see our son doing this, and it never looks very comfortable. Okay, reach one arm back behind you and just try to arch the back and drive the hips forward. So from the side, it looks like this. And then same thing on the other side. Last stretch you're doing, promise. It's 6:01. I know you have places to be, people to see.
Meat to grill.
Meat to grill. All right. That's it. Finit, you're done.
Nice
Thanks.
job, everyone.
Nice job, everybody. It's so fun seeing everybody. All right, we will see you next week. Same time, maybe different place, maybe different vision drills. You guys are amazing. This is good for you. It's like the kale of your life. Nobody really loves it, but it's good for you.
Thank you.
Can I ask one
Bye,
question?
guys.
Thanks, Mallory. Thanks, Jason.